Today on the channel we're going to swap out neck pickups in my modified Eric Clapton Stratocaster. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a modification on this already modded Eric Clapton Stratocaster. I've got this pickup right here that my buddy Jason sent me. He is with Strat Audio. He owns Strat Audio and they make pickups over there, and he wanted me to give him an opinion on his neck pickup. So I said, sure, send it to me. I'll install it in one of my Strats and test it out and give you my honest opinions. And I thought for the channel it'd be fun to show how to replace a pickup in a Stratocaster. This is a neck pickup, so we're going to mount this in the neck position obviously, and I'll show you how to do that. We're going to demo this pickup out and see how this Strat pickup sounds. I'll put the link in the description below. I told Jason, hey man, since you're sending me a pickup just to give you my opinion on it, I'll shoot a video and let the viewers know about Strat Audio and your pickups. So if you're interested, check out their website in the link below and their Instagram, and let's see how it sounds. Let's do it. Okay, so first and foremost, let's take a look at this pickup. As I said earlier, Jason over at Strat Audio sent me this pickup, and he put a little note in the box, said thank you for taking your time to check out my pickup, Jason. And so the time has come. So this is the single coil pickup, and Jason's at Strat Audio. So Instagram, if you check that out, that's Strat Audio. New company, real small. And there's the back of the pickup. This one's called a late 60s. Everything looks really cool. Looks good. Okay, so the first thing we have to do when you're replacing pickups in a Strat, it's a little tricky because, not tricky, but it's a little time consuming because you got to get the pick guard off of the guitar. Take the strings off of it is the preferred way. You can loosen the strings up a lot and get these pick guards off, but this guitar needs strings, and you know, I just don't feel like messing with it and loosening them up and trying to get this thing off with the strings on it. So I'm going to cut these strings off of it real quick. Going to loosen them up at the headstock. That's what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to just cut through all of these. Does not hurt a guitar to do this. Some people may disagree, but it does not damage anything. All right, so that's going to get us access to getting this pick guard off of the guitar, so we can flip this over gently and access the 5-way switch and get this thing soldered on properly. Okay, so real quick what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the strings off this guitar and get the pick guard off of it, which are these screws here. And I'll show you the underside of it. I'm going to turn my soldering gun on so we can get solder ready. Really, it's just 2 solder points, and that's it. So let's get rolling. Okay, I've got the screws off the pick guard. So what I'm going to do is gently take this off of the guitar. Sometimes these pick guards get caught up under the neck, and you've got to loosen up the neck a little bit. That's always exciting. Now this guitar is a Fender Eric Clapton Stratocaster body. My buddy Skipper, who used to be on the channel a lot, he sold this body to me for about 125 bucks, I believe. And this is a squire neck, and I painted it. I relic this body to look the way that it does, and I love it, man. It's really cool. This is an awesome body. It's got all Fender parts. These are noiseless pickups, but for demo purposes, we're going to check out what this pickup sounds like. So I'm going to take this noiseless pickup out of the neck slot, and if we look, this one's got a black, and it's got a black and white lead out of it, and the black lead goes to the top of the pot. The pot is where it grounds, and the white one is simply going to solder onto this lug right here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the one solder point. So taking out these screws, mounting this pickup into the pick guard, and disconnecting the ground from the pot and that lead right there, and then just soldering these the same way these came off is really what we have to do. So I'm going to get my soldering gun plugged in and get this thing removed. What I may wind up doing is, depending on how this solder looks, this pot was used when I put it in. There's a ton of solder on this pot. I may just cut this lead off of it. I may just cut it and just do a new solder point. So we'll check that out. Cool. Okay, so when I was moving things around with these ground wires here, they popped off the pot. So all the ground wires are here together. So I'm going to resolder all the grounds back in one swoop when I put this new pickup in. And really just getting this this wire off of the lug off this 5-way switch. So there we go. This neck pickup is ready to come out. So gently move this over, and going to loosen this up so we can get this neck pickup out. One nice thing about working on relic guitars is you don't have to worry about scratching them up. So I've got all this stuff just laying on top. I think I did a really nice job on this relic. A lot of guys hate relic guitars, but I think relic guitars look cool. I think they're a little overpriced when you buy them from the Fender Custom Shop. You know, but there's labor involved, you know, Murphy Lab, Fender Custom Shop, but they have a certain vibe and mojo to them that I think's really unbeatable. But I looked at the Fender Custom Shop photos when I made this guitar, and I tried to replicate it as close as possible. Okay, I'm not sure if these screws that were in this noiseless pickup are going to fit the screw holes on this Strat audio pickup, so I'm going to take off everything. Now this pickup's got the same similar type thing. It's got the little rubber mounting screw things instead of the springs. So I'm going to get this pickup installed off camera real quick. This pickup's essentially going to just go in like this. So you want this part, this angle, pointing this way. Okay, so that's the direction that it goes in. So we're going to put it in that way. I'm going to fight with this for a few minutes and get that installed. We'll solder it in, okay? Cool. Okay, I've got the pickup installed. It's right here. And I already put the ground wires onto the pot. So I've got that soldered. And just heating up this lug. Since it's got a little glop of solder on there, we're going to poke this lead through that lug. Let it dry, or cool I should say. There, so that's installed. We've got our ground wires, everything stable, and really the next step is get this pick guard back on the guitar. Strats can be a little tricky because you got to keep everything straight and in line. I'm going to put these wires together in a nice orderly fashion so I can get it in the cavity easily and put the pick guard back on, and we'll test it out. So I've got the pick guard back on. I don't have it screwed on just yet. So here's just a tip from me in case you've never done this before. Before you screw everything down, it's best to check to make sure everything works. So I've got the guitar plugged into an amp. So if you tap on the pickups, you'll hear signal and no crazy ground noises. I'm going to toggle through the switch positions to make sure we're good. That sounds good. And then the neck pickup volume works good, and the tone's working. So we're good to screw down the pick guard and put strings on it. So everything looks good. A lot of times when you put these pick guard covers on, you'll move a ground wire, something may break off, something may touch something that shouldn't, and then you'll get it strung up and then you're stuck. So a test like this can save you a lot of headache and hassle down the road. Okay, the pick guard is screwed back on. I've got it strung up with a fresh set of strings. Got the pickup height adjusted. Everything looks nice. So let's bring this in the studio and we will test out how this neck pickup sounds. I'm excited. Let's go. Okay, here we are in the studio. I've got the Fender Strat ready to go. I've got some Fender noiseless pickups installed with the Strat audio pickup in the neck. So what I'm going to do is a reference test. I'm going to give you an example of what the bridge pickup sounds like, which are Fender noiseless pickups, and then we're going to switch it over to the neck pickup and see what they sound like as far as tone differences and volume and clarity and that sort of thing. Okay, I'm running into Pro Tools just for reference. I've got a stereo delay and a stereo reverb running in Pro Tools. I'm running my Fractal Axe 8 with a Sir Badger and Friedman IRs. Okay, so anyway, let's begin. Here goes the bridge pickup, and then we're going to switch over to the neck. I'm not going to talk, so we can just listen to it, okay? All right. Okay, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this demo, and gives Jason some support over there at Stratton Audio. Check out the website, strattonaudio.com, or at Stratton Audio on Instagram. He's a one-man operation. He hand winds pickups. He's out of Ohio. I think they're like $100 a piece, and that's a totally reasonable price for an awesome pickup. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Jason, you did a great job. Thanks for sending this to me, man, and gotta give you props for a wonderful sounding neck pickup. Neck pickups are my favorite pickups to use in the Strat. That's really my go-to pickup. I think most of us that play Strats or like Strats probably would agree. But anyway, strattonaudio.com. Check it out. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.